Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Abe should be here in a second, the owner, to answer any questions that you may have. So first of all, I want to introduce a few people. Where's everybody? Where's Mike? The new people.
Where's Mike? Where's Bob? Mike and Bob. Robert.
So while we're waiting for Bob and Mike to come in, I'll go to the next agenda. It's about the modernization of the elevators. So the elevators in building 800 and 900 are scheduled to be modernized. 800 is going to start September 7th for modernizations. It's going to take about 4 weeks to modernize the elevators. Once 800 is completed, they will start building 900 elevators. That will also take about 4 weeks. There are a few residents that are living on the upper levels in both 800 and 900 that may need to relocate. Let me say that with a caveat. It depends on the resident. If you are okay staying up there in your apartment for 4 weeks, and you get your meals and your mails, and only have to evacuate for emergency, that is fine. But the choice will be yours. If you want to relocate, we can relocate you temporarily for 4 weeks in one of the guest apartments. That way you're on the lower levels. I was given a list of about, I think we have about 3 or 4 in the 800 building and about 5 in the 900 building that may not be able to use the stairwell to come downstairs. So the plan is Karen and Beverly will work with me to talk to those residents. If you want to stay upstairs when we start renovations, that is fine. We'll get you your meals, we'll get you your meals, we'll get you your deliveries. But you cannot leave the unit. You can't leave your apartment. I mean, you can leave your apartment to go to the hallways, but you cannot come downstairs. As long as you're willing to do that, that is fine. Okay? Do you have any question about the elevator?
You say we can't come downstairs
You,
for 4 weeks?
for 4 weeks, if you can't use the stairwell.
Okay, if you can use.
If you're able to use the stairwell, you can come downstairs. But if you can only use the elevator because you have handicaps, then you can't. So 2 choices. You can stay up there. We'll get you your meals, your mails, your deliveries for 4 weeks. But you can't leave the floor. Or we can relocate you to a guest apartment. Okay? The next one is dining. We were planning to start in-house dining at some point in September. But we want to get your feedbacks. Would you like to go back to in-house dining? Okay, so this is the plan. Because I mean, people are saying yes, or people are saying no. We will take a vote. So Beverly will do a ballot. You say yes or no. Okay? Now we can count how many people wants to be in the dining room. The challenge is we can't do half and half. We can't do dining and deliveries. Because let's say half wants to dine and half wants deliveries. The staff that are doing hostesses that are helping for dining are the ones doing deliveries. It's not that easy to hire more staff. But again, let's take a look at, we'll do a ballot. We'll see how many people wants to do in-house dining, right? And how many people wants delivery. And then we'll make a decision. Is that okay? Go ahead. That means you'll be going to the dining room to eat. So, the plan is we're going to have 2 different sittings. Not all of you will be there at the same time. Because of COVID, we have to have social distancing. Yes. Again, right now I'm only asking, we are only asking who wants to go to the dining room, who doesn't. Once we find out that most people wants to, we'll give you the guidelines. You have to sign up for a time to be there. So that'll be your time. Because not everyone can go in at the same time. Bike is going to be shared.
We can't use the mic if we can't be shared.
The question was, can you eat with one other person in the dining room? Repeat that question and then.
So the question is, can you eat with someone on the same table? Yes, you can. But you'll be 6 feet apart. What we plan to do is double the table, so you have 2 single tables. One person will sit at one end, one person will sit at the other end. If you're a couple, you can sit on the same one table. Because you're a couple. You live in the same apartment.
Can we discuss this first? If we have a number of people in the dining room, that their masks will be off when they're eating. People are still going to be talking and sneezing and blowing your nose. Waiters are going to be walking around disturbing the air. Frankly, I think it's too soon. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Are we gonna have lunch and dinner or just one meal?
Will it be lunch and dinner or just?
Lunch and dinner.
Anyone else have questions about time? About dining?
Okay, we're going to move on now. Not about dining. Go ahead.
So, okay. So first of all, I would like to introduce some department heads. I'm going to start with the new people. Bob, want to stand up? Come to the front. Bob is the director of dining.
Hello, everyone.
Would you like to tell them about yourself?
Absolutely. Sure. Thank you. Hello, everyone. a little bit about myself. Let's talk about the background of me. I worked in, can you hear me? Okay, there we go. A little bit about myself. In my times, I was 16 years old. Started in a hospital. I was there for 25 years. Jean's Hospital, you might know of it. And I wanted to see the world. So to keep it short, I worked in 5 different hospitals. I worked in 3 of the CCRCs that we're in now, one over here. 2 assisted livings, one right here in Birches and Newtown and Bridges at Warwick. And about 12 long-term cares all throughout Philadelphia and all over, close to Philadelphia. And I did startups. So startups, I traveled as far as California, in Pasadena, and it's down in Florida. So, been around, but you know, it's, no matter what you do, it's all the same. And I love what I'm doing. I really do. I have a passion, as I talked to many of you already, I have a passion for providing, you know, just wonderful food, working with the staff, talking and listening to you guys, and I will never promise you something I can't deliver. If you ask me something, I don't have the answer, I will get back to you. So I learned never to do that, promise things. Some of the things that I enjoy doing, I enjoy gardening, and I enjoy watching sports. I do have a family. I have a 25-year-old and a wife. So they work. So we don't have too much time to spend together, but I enjoy being here, and thank you for having me here. I'm really enjoying my time here, and we have a lot to do. Let's get to the food. Some of the things that I'm looking to do. Seasonal menus. I would like to do seasonal menus, change them. I enjoy, believe it or not, the food committee meeting. I enjoy doing that because I enjoy talking to you and listening to some of your concerns and some of your wants and needs. So that's the only way we can make it better. So that's through a food committee meeting or even right here. Let's see what else. Staffing. We're starting to recruit. We understand we need cooks. So we are starting to recruit cooks. And we need servers. We know that. So we're building a team here, a fun team, a team that enjoys working with all of you. Okay? And then I want to talk about promotions, and I'm sorry I don't have them with me, the people here, but some of the promotions that I have done so far. You probably know Matt. Matt, he is now your chef manager, okay? And Natalie is now the manor manager over there in the dining room. And Dave, who we just talked to yesterday, has accepted the role as the sous chef. So he will be helping Matt over here. So see, we're putting good people in place. We want to develop the people that are here, the people that know you and know Holland Center. So that's my goal. I want to keep that going like that. Okay? That's about what I got. So let me open the floor. I don't know if you...
Carol and I have noticed since whatever change, whatever going on around here, the portions seem to be shrinking. We have to look forward to the portions continue to shrink.
Okay, so in our...
Repeat the question.
Oh yeah, portion controls seem to be not what they should be. They seem to be shrinking. So in my world, we have to go by a standard. So casseroles are 6 ounces, 4 ounces for vegetables, protein's 3. And how we do that? We have devices, portion devices that we use. And that's a great question, because maybe we're not using the right portion devices, and we will be using them. So I will visit that and get that straight. You need to have the right size portions for the right amount of food. Thank you. That's an easy one, I'll get that. Anything else? Go ahead.
I'm assuming when we go back to the dining room, there will be no buffet or salad bar that's out.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We're trying to get the answer and the agreement of,
Repeat the question.
oh, I forgot that, I'm sorry. Going back to the dining room and
Salad bar.
I don't believe we're gonna have that salad bar back again, unfortunately. I love salad bars, but can't do it. Yes, sir.
Items are missing all the time. You gonna do anything about that? Who's filling the orders?
So we're talking about meal accuracy. What's in the bags, sometimes we don't always have what should be in the bags, or what's written on the ticket. So we are working very hard, and I can tell you what I've done already is I've taken the stance of being at the front line or at the end of the line so that I'm checking the bags also. So it's just a double check, that's all it is, and it should be correct. So that's what we're doing. We're taking that next step to really slow down and read the tickets, even if it becomes crackers for the soup or salad dressing, which I found for salads. You know, it needs to be there. You're looking forward to your meal, you're hungry, and you open it up, and I got super good crackers. Yeah, that's not. So I'll work on that.
That's
Thanks.
frustrating because sometimes there's 2 or 3 items missing. And you just have to do a better job of doing it.
So right after this, I'll have a stand-up, a meeting with our people,
That's
and
fine.
convey that.
You
Thank
do a
you.
good job to take care of it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
When is the dining room going to be open?
When is the dining room going to be open is the question. Right? Right now we're in the questionnaire of should we or shouldn't we open it. We want everybody to be safe and everybody to be comfortable. So we're in the midst of trying to find that answer. Yes, sir.
Who is responsible for the quality of the food? Some of the food that I received in the box was scraps. I got dirty. I wasn't downstairs, shoved in front of the door. How can you go something like that? It happens many times. Quality is really not down there. I go over to homes now. That's what it changed. That's what I want to know.
So the quality of food, that's the question. So that's,
I used to sell on the road, and I was to taste that food before you get to it.
that's,
And I don't know what it is, so I didn't get 300 years. It's really happened since we had to have our meals in the boxes. We can have it, you can sit in the rain, you can see what you get. If you order it in a box, if you check off on the menu, you don't know what the one like what you're getting. I would say some of the stuff that they allow me to have, just I make my own, sometimes I make my own meals, and I'm better than some, I just gotta do, gotta check the quality of the meal. This is the responsibility of somebody that's running the kitchen.
exactly. So we're talking about meal quality. I've tasted the food. I taste it every day. I'm hungry. You know, I taste it. And I can tell you that, I will say, most of the food is very good. Of course you're going to have items that aren't so good, and we're working on that. And we're working on recipes that should be followed. And we're working on controlling the salt that should not be added in the food. You guys can add the salt and pepper. So I'm working on that. It's very hard to cook, so tell them that. But I'm working on that. So I'm going to take responsibility of that. And I'm also going to work with our chef and our sous chef in making a better quality food. Okay? And what we do, sir, is before a meal goes out, we do presentation plates. And what I mean by that is, I'll ask for a plate, and the chef and myself will taste that food. Because you don't know if somebody was heavy-handed with the salt, and the pepper, or a seasoning. So we can correct it before it gets to you. And that's why we do what we do. But some of the things on the menu may not be to your liking, and we'll correct that in time. But just give me a little chance here. Thank you.
Bob, I need you to stand there. We're videotaping it.
We used to serve at the time, we would see you slicing the turkey. He gave me all the scraps. I was gonna run downstairs and shove it in front. If you eat that, I got the scraps and knocked them in a lot. Some of them were looking like these, almost like cut the food on, and then the one just goes out. It's unbelievable. The scraps at the end of the turkey. Say, everybody over the seasoning sauce. That whole box. See, when it was, when it was dining, you could see what, you're on stage, you don't want to read the line, when you get the box, you open it up, and there's a surprise.
I'll make a conscious effort, better effort, to be in the kitchen and look at the food before it goes out. Like I said,
Is there any, who are you talking about when that happens?
it would be me. My name's Bob. Okay? You, anytime. Yeah. Thank you. All right, thank you.
One question.
Okay.
You said salad bar will not be available in the dining room is open. Will we be able to get a salad from our server?
So the salad bar won't be open, and you said, how can we get a
They'll be able to get a salad.
Will you be able to get a salad?
Oh, yes, you'll be able to get a salad. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, thank you. Yes, sir, in the back? Okay, good.
Okay. Okay, thank you, everyone. The next person that I'm going to introduce is Iris Cruz. Come on, Iris. Take it slowly. Iris is our rehab director. She's the rehab director.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Iris Cruz.
Stand here. We're videotaping. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon. My name is Iris Cruz. I'm a physical therapist. I've been a physical therapist for about 13 years now. I have been working as a director for 5 years back in New York when I was still in New York.
Can you speak a little louder for me?
I'm sorry. I have been a physical therapist for about 13 years now, and was a director, and I've been a director for about 5 years when I was still working in New York. And I'm here to provide services to anyone who needs services in terms of restorative and rehabilitative services. We're open for physical therapy, occupational therapy, and any speech needs. If you have any needs in terms of if you have any pain or anything that we can help you with, we're here for you. We will just need to be able to screen you guys out. If there's any necessity for the restorative needs, then we will pick you up for the ET, OT, or speech. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Iris. The next person I'm going to introduce to you is Michael Jones. Michael Jones is our new Director of Housekeeping and Laundry Services.
Hello, everyone. You gotta be kind of careful, man. You don't give a creature a mic. My name is Mike Jones. I've been in this business about 12 years. Can you hear me? Okay, you hear me? All right. My name is Mike Jones. I've been in this business about 12 years. I met my wife in 1978. I've been married for 42 years with her. I am 44 years old. I'm excited about being here. I see so much potential I want to thank and also apologize for this transitioning with housekeeping and laundry. And I want to get back to you as soon as possible. Lately, I've been going around making phone calls, having some technical difficulties with my telephone security, and the network having a problem with that also. So I apologize for that with the computer and with the telephone. I'll be walking around and talking to each individual as much as possible. I have a great crew here, Norma, Lynn, so many of them that have been here for a while, and I'm so blessed to have them. So without that, I'm not that much of a talker at this moment. More of a worker. Anybody got any questions? I take a couple. Yes, ma'am.
So you called the day before to change the appointment of your housekeeping? Because I was notified the day before.
Will you call the day before to remind people about housekeeping?
Yes,
Repeat the question.
I will call the day before to remind people of the day that they have to have the housekeeping done. I will do that. I have been doing it lately. Yes, I will. I will notify the day before if I can't make it, that appointment, or my housekeeper can't make it, but I'm not trying for that, because when that happens, we have to overlap and carry on to another day, and you create a problem, but we will give you customer service to the best of our ability. Yes, ma'am.
Will you be able to provide housekeeping when you're working on the elevators on the second floor?
Yes, we will. We'll be able to provide housekeeping on the second floor, over there, Manor. That's Manor, right? Over here?
It's under it now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, we will. We know it. Anyone else?
What elements exactly is the trash and maintenance? We had burners and all kinds of things in our trash cans. Is it trash or is it maintenance?
Question was, in the trash room, we need to have it empty. There's stuff in a lot of the trash rooms that need to be empty. Can we get that taken care of?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes, we can. So once again, thank you all for allowing me to have this moment up here. And everybody knows the housekeeping number to call. Feel free to call. Feel free to call. And also, if you can, I'm going to give you my, from my friend over there, I'm going to give you my email address. Or you can call the reception to get my email address also, if you have a problem. So thank you very much. Appreciate being here.
Thank you, Michael. Most of you already know Brian. He's in charge of maintenance. Helmut is Brian's assistant. You've met Ashley, office manager, right? Who? Ashley, right here. She's the office manager. Eileen, business office, that's where you make your payment. All right? Patrick is our sales marketing for the manor. Lee is the director of social services for nursing center. Manny Alilio is our director of nursing for the nursing center. Cindy Shepherd You met Cindy already. Sales and marketing for independent living. Beverly, I shouldn't introduce Beverly. You know how I'm ready. So the last person I'm going to introduce to you is Abe, our Director of Operations. Is going to answer all your questions. So this is Q&A time. He's here to answer all your questions. Okay?
I was thinking you forgot me, but you saved me for the end. I didn't know you're videoing this. I'm Abe. Can you hear me? Okay, if at any point in time you can, just let me know. Many of you by now I have seen, I've had an opportunity to introduce myself, and I appreciate the warm welcome that you all gave me. I think it's a beautiful atmosphere that you have going on over here. And it's an amazing thing, one we hope to continue. And you may have questions for me, and I apologize if I have not met you yet. Obviously, it's a large campus, and I may have missed some of you. I apologize for that. But I'm opening the floor. If there's any questions, I will gladly answer to the best of my abilities.
What's going on with the medical? Is the nurse practitioner still here? Is Dr. what's his name still here?
The question was if Dr., I think his name is Dr. E, Dr. Elmore, and Jasmine is the nurse practitioner. The question was if they are still here, right? And the answer is yes, they are still here. I've seen Jasmine, I don't know if she's here every day, but she's here every day. I've seen her quite a few times. The wellness center is still open exactly as it has been before. There have been no changes.
And that's going to stay for a while?
It will, unless you ask me to change it.
Are we going to be getting more medical transportation?
The answer is I don't really know what you have now, so I can ask Ty, and he'll kind of fill me in.
There's 2 buses and 1 van.
I thought there was 2 vans. If we need more, we'll definitely look into it, yes.
We need more vehicles. We don't need more buses. We need to get rid of the buses for transportation. We need vehicles.
We probably can't get rid of the buses, but if we need more, we can look into that.
We need more vehicles.
Question is, I had this information about the office, and I'm a nurse practitioner. I know she's limited in her capacity to qualify to be a doctor. So we had Dr. Elmer, I was told, even when you come once a month, you have to get a collective. So really, we don't have a real situation at others. Nurse practitioners, I know from experience, they're limited in their abilities. And if you've got something good, what do you have to do? Dr. Elmer is not available to open them up, but that allows them to get them out. That's something you got to go into.
The concern is that Dr. Elmer's only here once a month. While Jasmine is here every day, her ability is limited. So the concern is that Dr. Elmer's only here once a month, and it's hard to get an appointment.
I'm going to repeat what you asked so everyone can hear. Is that okay? So the concern that, or the question that was raised is that Dr. E is only here once a month. And even though Jasmine is here every day, or 5 days a week, let's say, she still can't do as much as a regular MD or DO can. And to the question, and you're saying that at times if you need an appointment, you have to go out of the community, right? So you're asking if we would.
Let me give you an example.
Sure.
And I helped to get the permission from the doctor to sign off. I told her the nurse that she's not qualified to do it. And she's got to convey whatever situation. The doctor told her she's not allowed
So I'm just going to back up for 1 second. You're not the first person to bring this to our attention. We had, I don't know, it was an impromptu meeting that we had, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, where I had the opportunity to meet many people, not everyone. I don't know if you attended that meeting or not. And at that meeting, there were some other people that voiced a similar concern. So we'll definitely going to look into that and see if we need to have somebody on campus more often. We're going to try to accommodate and see what we can do. It will obviously take a little bit of time. I can tell you that I spoke with the doctor yesterday, and with COVID, a lot of them just, some of them are not taking on new, to go to new places. So it may take a little bit of time if we do this to find the right person. We'll definitely want to accommodate.
When Diacon owned us, we had a development committee, and we had earned a lot of money for a garden door down there to the tune of about $6,000 or so. That was supposed to have been put in. I understand it's been delayed because of COVID. Are they still going to fund that, give us our money, that we can get that garden door in? We've raised this money for well over a year, and we've been waiting.
I'm talking about that money in the monastery is development.
So Beverly is working on that to see if we can. The answer is I think it should be transferred over and it should be done, yes. Beverly is in contact with Diacon to get that, to facilitate it.
So they'll still honor the contract, hopefully.
We're working on it, yeah. I think they should.
And if not, at least we should get the money, we raised it.
I agree.
And the other thing is the benevolent fund, is that being transferred to us here, that we can use it for the people that need it?
The answer is yes. Those that are on the benevolent fund are still on the benevolent fund. Yes, it's transferred.
What is our correct name now? I heard several different names.
There were several different names. The nursing home, the rehabilitation center, is known as the Holland Center for Rehabilitation and Nursing. The independent living is going to be known as the personal care home as Holland Village. We're going to be known, we in this room will be known as the Holland Village. You're welcome. Yes. Yes, thank you.
Speaking of checks,
Wait a minute, Carol. Yeah.
The question was what to make a check out to, and the answer was the Holland Village.
Okay, Carol, sorry.
I know a couple people are in this situation, I don't know of anybody, but we got two bills, one from Diacon, highlighted, paid Diacon, and one that had another envelope that had the exact same bill in to make the payment to you. Now, is that, which one do we do? I mean, I'm assuming yours, and just ignore the other?
I'm not, the answer is they may have sent, I don't know why they would have sent two out. Let me back up for 1 second. Diacon sent it out, not us. They sent it out for the month of August.
Right.
And they said that they were going to include instructions to make it to Highland Village. And I think that they requested it be brought to Eileen and not mailed in. Eileen is the business office manager. I don't know why they would have sent two. And I can try to find out, but I wouldn't know the answer.
The question was about the dining room and its opening. I will put a questionnaire in your mailbox asking you whether you want the dining room to open or you prefer to keep it the way we are working it now. Based off of your response back to us is how we will move forward. If we open the dining room, you will get the guidelines and everything, so you know what to expect. If we remain the same, we'll remain the same. Does that help?
Send the guidelines out before you vote.
I don't, well, the guidelines change consistently based off of the Department of Health, and so we could only send what would happen today, but if we decide to, if we do it and it opens in 2 or 3 weeks, those guidelines may have changed. That's all we can do. Sorry, I didn't grab it. Correct name of the facility.
Okay, I thought I heard that. So the answer is that initially, you're correct, the name was the Holland Senior Living Community. And Ty came to me one day, I think the first week that I was here, and said that there were a number of residents that came forward and asked him, or commented that they didn't like the name Senior Living Community, and maybe we can change it to Village. Or I don't know, if they didn't say the word Village, maybe we can change it. So we said, sure. So we changed it to Holland Village at the request. I will tell you, the letter that you received was put together prior to the request of those residents that came to Ty. That's why the initial letter says Senior Living Community, but now it is Village. It's now Holland Village. Now it'll only be Holland Village. Correct. Right, so we changed it, exactly. We changed it to Holland Village, yes. Sorry.
Will the check be accepted if they're in Holland Senior Living?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's already in there for that.
Thank you, don't worry about it, yes.
Some of these things that are going into our cubby hole, the printing is so small. Even people with good eyes, like, would probably put something in, this price is big. But like today was a notice in there about the hairdresser. The printing is so small. Look,
Yeah, 100%. I don't see why we can't change that. Maybe we'll notify the team that whenever anything has to be printed, the letters are bigger, for sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Sorry. Yes, Holland Village.
Is it a corporation, an LLC, or what?
It is owned by a corporation, correct? I can give you, I don't have that information offhand. But the name of the campus is known as the DBA, is the Holland Village. Correct.
I got a question for you, and maybe too early to ask it, but when you come in the main gate there, you look to the left, you see a big pool of water. People who come looking for apartments here will see that. It's not very conducive to the looks of this place. You have anything in the future what you're gonna do with that? Maybe put some trees around it, maybe put some ducks in there, keep it where it looks halfway decent so people coming here, that's what we wanna do. We wanna fix this place up that we can fill the apartments.
For sure.
When you come in there, it doesn't look too good.
I'm not familiar with where you're 100%, our presentation is very, very important, as you're saying. And we're in talks with some people, we'll see, exactly what we're gonna do. It'll take some time, obviously, to change over any venues, because it typically doesn't happen overnight. But 100%, yes, of course, our presentation and our first impression is very important to us.
No, I realize that, but when you come in the morning, and you come in the main entrance, and you look to the left, you can see what I'm talking about. That's where they tore down the building that used to be 1, 2, 3, whatever it was. And it's just an eyesore now, so I just want to bring it to your attention.
Thank you, I'll definitely take a look.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What is your timeline for opening our doors?
When you say opening your doors, which doors are you referring to? Sorry, I got it. It really comes down to a similar, I'm not sure what the young man in the back's name is, but he had a question about dining and regulations. And the answer is we have to follow the regulations that are presented to us by the state. We don't really make this up ourselves. And that's why and the reason the doors were shut. Obviously, unfortunately, we're dealing with COVID right now, as everyone knows, which is a pandemic that's brand new to the world, but at this point, we're probably a good 5 or 6 months already into it. But we're following the regulation and the guidance that we've been given. So it's not because we want to keep it closed, it's kind of because of the safety we have to. But as soon as we can change it, I promise you we will.
Why are some doors open and other doors locked?
I'm not.
Is it consistent?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So initially, we opened the front door here on bus stop 7. Am I correct? We had a resident board meeting. They requested for some other doors to be opened because some residents were having challenges in terms of parking out front. So we decided to open 2 more doors.
How can I get one door?
Well, it's the same question you just answered. We can't open all the doors because we're trying to control access because of the pandemic. And as soon as it's right to open all the doors, we'll open all the doors.
That's it. I will say thank you again, everybody, for the warm welcome that you gave us. And we look forward to being together with you for many, many happy years to come. And it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. So we'll see you next month for the next town hall. Thank you.